Hey everyone, it's Crypto Chiller and it's April 26th of 2024. So let's recap the markets real quick. We could start with the DXY. DXY on the monthly looks, unfortunately bullish. So we'll see, how everything kind of goes with, risk on assets. But, we really need the dollar to kind of, you know, go down a bit just so other assets such as BTC, Ethereum, and so forth, could kind of grind up. But in the short term, it's kind of looking like it still has some strength, right? Um, Especially in the monthly. That's 2 months. Yeah, it looks like we might actually head up again. So we'll see. But this kind of coincides though, like long term bullish on the dollar, right? Um, but short term, not so much, right? You see the 2 day signal flashed here going down, right? So it's looking bearish short term. And hopefully, in the 5 day, yeah, it's looking bearish. So I think this kind of coincides with my kind of prediction with Bitcoin looking to top either Q3 or Q4 this year. Has plenty of room to run still in the monthly, right? It's looking kind of exhausted little by little, but if you look at the monthly from past cycles, here in 2020 to 2021, once the RSI breaks, kind of 70 or 80, I think, yeah, 80, it usually has about it usually has a couple months that it kind of remains in that level. So my plan is, once you kind of break the 80 level, kind of exit within 3 to 6 months after that. So we haven't hit the 80 RSI level yet, but we just have the halving, usually consolidates for a couple months. If you look at 2020 again, we had I think it was May 2020 was the halving, right? So it was at 9,000. We just had COVID. We had about 336, rallied up to 9, chopped around here for a couple months, right? May, June, July, August, September, October. You know, October, November, right? So you have about 5 to 6 months of chop. And that's what I kind of expect the same, right? And during those 5 to 6 months of chop, it led for the altcoins to go up, right? So if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, um, it's looking, top-ish, right? So hopefully altcoins run, right? So when BC chops, it's a perfect way for altcoins to really, make their move. And the Bitcoin dominance is showing that weakness, right? On the 3 day, 2 day, 1 day, right? So hoping this kind of goes down back to 46, even to the low 40s, right? That would be a perfect position to get into altcoins, exit altcoins, and get back into Bitcoin, right? Um, if you look at Link here, right? Link is looking really good relative to BTC. Link BTC. If you look at the monthly or 2 months, it's slowly kind of grinding up, right? It really did well and then it got slammed down, which is not good to see, but I think it's better to do this now than later, right? So finally on the 1 week, it's finally climbing back up. We do have to kind of get over this 2,800 level, right? To really start that trend upwards, right? And if you see again in 2020, we had that DeFi summer where, where the hell was 2020? Yeah, right here. Link went from 2 to about almost 10, 0.001, right? So almost a 5x relative to Bitcoin. So that's why I'm mostly paying attention because on Link USD, you look at the monthly, we still have lots of room to run, right? I'm still thinking we hit about 150 to 200. That'd be perfect. 1 week, let me see. Same thing like the BTC charts, slowly curving back upwards, right? But again, the whole market right now is just like complete crap just because of the war, distorted all these different charts. So it's gonna take up time to really, you know, for the dust to settle. So we'll see the next couple months. That's why I haven't really been so active, just because I've seen this so many times. It's not an environment to trade. It's pure chop. It's just a time to kind of really relax, to be honest. because the last couple of months, the adrenaline and the cortisol levels have gone insanely, you know, to a low level. So that's why I'm using this time to just, really zone out, to be honest, and just treat the markets. And it's no reason to lose money when you don't need to and just sit on your hands, right? So um, let's look at the CBBI here. So on the CBBI, we basically have a level at 70, right? So pretty good level. If you look at altcoin index, is the alt season yet? Still 39, so not so much. Let's look at Bitcoin liquidations. It's funny, people still get wrecked. Still, people are getting wrecked. 127 million. People are just so dumb. And then we look at the greed and fear index. It's at 70, so still not the best thing. We'd want to be more in fear, right? Especially, but people are still gambling, as you see in these liquidations. People just want to make it back, right? So we did hit on April 18 a fear index of 57, right? Which is pretty good. We consolidated and moved it upwards. Now we're at 70, right? We hit the peak, I think, around March. March was March was 90, 88, right? So these were kind of levels to basically take profits, right? So now we know, like, next time, look at the greed and feed, crypto fear and greed index, see how everything is. But what I kind of like most about all this is that if you look at the, where the heck did it go? If you look here on their market analytics, the UDPI long signal has really, really gone down. It was almost at 3, right? Chainlink is at -3. With the forecast model signaling there's a 92% chance of Link being higher in 6 months. Bitcoin not so much, 61, Ethereum 76, Avalanche 70, right? Polkadot 79. So if you look at the forecast model, you have Thor, Rune, and Chainlink as the top tier ones, right? UDPI long signaling, okay, which of these assets is the most kind of undervalued, and still has a lot of room to run. You have, Kusama, Helium, Cosmos, Art, Polygon, and Chainlink. So Chainlink still top position, lots of room to run. So again, market pretty boring. Main levels that Bitcoin has to sustain is 59K, right, which we kind of hit last time. And so from there, and from there we kind of proceed forward. But yeah, just want to give you guys a quick update. I know I haven't done this within a week, so before we go, let's look at BTC. FBTC, I think the main money the next couple months is going to be in Chainlink and alts, right? Because the Ethereum ETF. So, and the Ethereum ETF is signaled to, it's saying it's a low probability at 25%, but I'm thinking it's going to be higher, right? Because, Ethereum has done so much work to get that ETF approved. So I think with BlackRock really wanting its approval, it's going to get approved next month. But the market does not expect this. So this is why I'm going to start positioning heavy in Ethereum the next couple weeks, right? And it looks good, right? Ethereum was able to sustain that move over 3K. And we need to just be over 3K. And short term, it's looking like it wants to go up, but we need to go above 3,400. 3,400 on 3-day chart, right? It's looking, it's not the best chart, but at least, it's trying its best to get out of this level. But I'll feel more comfortable once it's over 3,400, right? 5 hour. I don't really like looking at even at 5 hours right now just because it doesn't make any sense. It's only like when I want to take profits, I start looking down, but everything's looking good. Just look at this 2-month chart. Look at this 2-month chart. If you're not bullish on Ethereum, I don't know what to tell you. Long term, really bullish, right? So don't get chopped out, everyone. It's a tough market, but I've been doing this since 2017, and you have to have balls of steel. And if you can't do it, then stick to traditional stocks, options, all that kind of stuff. But in crypto, you have to be always aware, even though this is boring, I still have to pay attention, right? So I go on Twitter, I do my research, I go on like all these different kind of platforms to get where we're at, right? Because usually when these markets are this calm is when you kind of grab the best opportunities. I already did a lot of dollar cost average the last couple of years, so to be honest, I'm not deploying too much capital anymore. I have all my back set at like super low, so it doesn't make sense for me to add more into my positions. That's just already getting greedy. And yeah, I'll give you guys an update next week. So have a good weekend. Peace.